One building on this list is a literal concrete fortress designed to survive truck bombs. Another sits on sand so unstable it required one of the largest concrete pours in human history just to keep it from sinking. And a third has to be twisted 120 degrees just so the wind doesn't snap it like a twig. We are living in the vertical epoch where engineering boundaries are pushed to the absolute limit. Hit subscribe because we're counting down the 10 tallest completed structures on Earth right now and showing you the terrifying engineering keeping them in the sky. Before we start the countdown, you need to understand why this year is different. For the last decade, if you wanted to find a super tall skyscraper, you looked at China. But that era has come to a screeching halt. A strict government ban has placed a hard ceiling on new skyscrapers, forbidding anything taller than 500 meters. This was done to stop vanity projects and focus on practical urbanism. That means the titans you see on this list from China are likely the last of their kind, survivors of a golden age that has been legislated out of existence. The hierarchy is locked in. Let's climb. We begin at number 10, in the heart of Beijing. This is the CITIC Tower, standing 528 meters tall. Locals call it China's Zun because its shape mimics an ancient ceremonial wine vessel. But that beautiful curving waistline was a structural nightmare. Beijing sits in a high seismic zone, and a building that is wide at the top and bottom but skinny in the middle wants to snap like a twig during an earthquake. To stop this, engineers didn't just use one core. They used a dual-core system and massive megacolumns that act like a spine, giving it the flexibility to dance with the earth rather than fight it. Here's something most people notice but don't understand. The tower's waist is actually a functional funnel. The narrowing of the building speeds up the wind as it passes through the center. To counteract this, the corners of the building are rounded specifically to disrupt wind acceleration, preventing the street canyon effect that usually knocks pedestrians over at the base of skyscrapers. Moving to the coast at number 9, we have the Tianjin CTF Finance Center at 530 meters. If you think skyscrapers are just rigid boxes, look at this building. It has a soft geometry, a series of convex and concave curves that ripple up the facade. This isn't just for style. By constantly changing the surface of the building, the architects trick the wind. The wind can never lock onto the structure to push it over because the shape is always changing. This aerodynamic stealth allowed engineers to use much lighter, slimmer columns than a normal building of this size would require. Because of that wind-cheating shape, the designers were able to eliminate the need for an outrigger system, the heavy steel trusses that usually connect the core to the perimeter. This saved millions of dollars in steel, proving that sometimes curves are stronger than corners. At number 8 is Tianjin's fraternal twin, the Guangzhou CTF Finance Center. It also stands at exactly 530 meters. But while Tianjin is all about curves, Guangzhou is sharp and angular. It dominates the Pearl River Delta as a symbol of commerce and houses one of the fastest elevators in the world, blasting passengers upward at 21 meters per second. But the real story is on the outside. Those vertical lines running up the building aren't aluminum or steel, they're terracotta, the same baked clay used for ancient Chinese roofing and pottery. The architects engineered a high-tech glazed terracotta that resists corrosion and cleans itself. It's a modern skyscraper wrapped in one of humanity's oldest building materials. Crossing the Atlantic, we find the only Western Hemisphere entry on this list. At number 7 is One World Trade Center in New York, standing a symbolic 1,776 feet or 541 meters. This building has a job no other skyscraper has. It has to be a memorial, an office tower, and a bunker all at once. It rises from a cubic base that tapers into 8 triangles, forming a perfect octagon as it climbs, constantly changing how it reflects the sky. While it looks like a shimmering glass shard, the bottom 185 feet are essentially a concrete fortress. To hide this, architects clad the base in thousands of prismatic glass fins. The concrete inside the core is so strong it can withstand 14,000 pounds per square inch of pressure, 6 times stronger than the concrete used in a typical sidewalk. It's built to endure almost anything. At number 6, we head to Seoul, South Korea. The Lotte World Tower rises 555 meters and is inspired by the curve of a traditional Korean calligraphy brush. But building this high came with a terrifying problem. The ground beneath Seoul is sandy and unstable. To stop the tower from sinking, engineers poured a foundation slab 6.5 meters thick, one of the largest single concrete pours ever attempted. The tower's lantern-shaped crown is supported by a diagrid structure without internal columns, but the most impressive feature is hidden. Lotte World Tower uses lifeboat elevators. In an emergency, these elevators switch to protected power and can evacuate the entire building population in just over an hour, even from extreme heights. At number 5 is the Ping An Finance Center in Shenzhen, China, standing 599 meters tall. It looks like a steel cable pulled tight against the sky. It was meant to be the tallest building in China, crowned with a 60-meter spire, but aviation authorities ruled that the spire interfered with flight paths. It was removed at the last moment, leaving the tower permanently flat-topped, a reminder that airspace rules even the tallest ambitions. Shenzhen's salty coastal air is brutal on metal. To prevent corrosion, the tower is clad in 1,700 tons of 316L stainless steel, the largest stainless steel facade ever built. It resists rust without paint, ensuring the building keeps its silver sheen for decades. Number 4 is the heavyweight champion. The Abraj Al Bayt in Mecca rises 601 meters and isn't just a skyscraper. It's a vertical city built for pilgrims. It has the largest floor area of any tower on this list and the largest clock faces ever constructed, each measuring 43 meters across. They're visible from 25 kilometers away. The clock tower's spire is topped with a crescent moon that actually contains a prayer room. Hidden within the spire is an array of over 21,000 LED lights and powerful lasers. On special religious occasions, they project a beam of light 30 kilometers into the sky, making the tower visible even from space. At number 3 is the Shanghai Tower, standing 632 meters tall. It twists 120 degrees as it rises, reducing wind load by 24% and saving millions in steel. But its defining feature is that it's a building inside a building. An inner glass wall encloses the offices, while an outer glass skin shapes the tower and creates a thermal buffer that reduces energy use. Instead of using a traditional concrete-tuned mass damper, Shanghai Tower relies on an eddy current damper that uses magnets to control sway. Rather than hiding it, engineers turned it into a tourist attraction called the Shanghai Eye, a massive kinetic sculpture that literally keeps the tower from shaking apart. Number 2 is the new challenger. Merdeka 118 in Kuala Lumpur rises 679 meters and has dethroned the Petronas Towers as Southeast Asia's tallest building. Its faceted design is inspired by traditional Malay songket fabric, but much of its height comes from a slender spire. Critics call it vanity height, but without it, the tower wouldn't even reach the top 5. The shape of the tower is symbolic. It mirrors the silhouette of Malaysia's first Prime Minister, Tunku Abdul Rahman, raising his hand while shouting Merdeka or independence. The spire represents his raised arm. The observation deck includes a glass floor that gives you a direct view nearly 600 meters down. And finally, at number 1, the undisputed king. For over 16 years, the Burj Khalifa in Dubai has stood alone at 828 meters. It's nearly 150 meters taller than second place. Its buttressed core design, essentially a tripod, breaks up wind forces and keeps the tower stable. It was such a leap forward that it froze the race for height for an entire generation. In the desert, water is precious. The Burj Khalifa collects condensation created by the clash of hot outdoor air and cool indoor air. This system captures about 15 million gallons of water every year, which is then used to irrigate the surrounding landscape. The tallest building on Earth literally waters its own garden, but this list only includes completed towers. In northern China stands Goldin Finance 1-17, a 597-meter skyscraper that has sat unfinished since 2015, earning the title of the world's tallest ghost tower. After years of silence, construction rumors suggest it may finally be revived. And the real threat to the Burj Khalifa is awakening in Saudi Arabia. The Jeddah Tower is officially back under construction. As of early 2026, it has passed the 80th floor. When completed around 2028, it will become the first building to exceed 1 kilometer in height, ending the Burj Khalifa's reign. The race for the sky is dangerous, expensive, and irresistible. From diamond-shaped spires in Malaysia to water harvesting giants in Dubai, we are living in the age of the Megatall. Which of these giants would you be brave enough to visit? Let me know in the comments. And if you learned something new, like and subscribe for more mega projects. Thanks for watching.